The microphone was warm in my palm, humming slightly, like it knew what I was about to do. Everyone was smiling at me. Neighbors, friends, a few uncles who showed up because they like free food. The fairy lights above our heads flickered against the darkening sky. No venue, no photographer, just grass, chairs, and quiet laughter. Exactly how my parents wanted it. They weren't there. They thought I'd postponed it. I didn't. I leaned into the mic and felt something inside me settle. Calm, cold, ready. It didn't feel like betrayal at first. It felt like tradition. That's what they called it when I got engaged. We're not made of money. Be humble. Backyard weddings are sweet. They sat at my kitchen table, hands folded like this was a financial intervention. No venue, no photographer, no dress I couldn't shorten myself. We'll help where we can, my mother promised. I believed her. I always did. I remembered when I was 10 and fell off my bike. My dad held the handlebars while I cried and told me, "I've got you." That memory stayed like a brand in my brain. Permanent, trusted. That's what made it hurt later. Not the money, the lie. I didn't go digging. That matters. I wasn't snooping or bitter. It came to me. My aunt left her phone on the counter while I was helping set up decorations for my sister's bridal shower. The screen lit up. A group chat. I didn't mean to look. I did. Did the $25K honeymoon transfer clear? I stared at it. I counted the zeros twice, just to be sure. Another message popped up. She deserves it after all the stress of wedding planning. My sister's wedding had a ballroom, a string quartet, a plated dinner that cost more than my monthly rent. My wedding was a folding table and a grocery store cake. I didn't cry, I didn't scream. I saved their messages. And I started planning. The first move was silence. I nodded when they called, smiled when they asked about colors in chairs, told them I understood their help limitations, told them I was grateful. I scheduled a videographer, quietly, cash, no paper trail. A friend handled sound, another handled lighting. My fiancé knew. He never stopped me. He just squeezed my hand and said, "They deserve the truth." The second move was the guest list. I invited everyone, their friends, their church friends, distant cousins. I told my parents the wedding was postponed. I said I felt guilty about costs. I said we needed time. They were relieved. That stung worse than the lie. The day arrived clean and sharp. The backyard smelled like cut grass and heat. I walked down the aisle with steady hands. I said my vows like they were promises made in stone. When it was time for speeches, I took the mic. The videographer shifted, quiet as a ghost. I looked at the empty chairs where my parents should have been, and I smiled. "I want to thank my parents," I said softly. The crowd leaned in. Smiles widened. "They taught me humility," I continued. "Not just the word, the lifestyle." A ripple of laughter. "They told me love doesn't need money, that I should keep it simple, keep it small, keep it affordable." A few nods. I paused. They also paid for my sister's $25,000 honeymoon. Silence fell like a dropped plate. I didn't raise my voice. I didn't have to. I found out by accident. I learned not every child is an expense. Not every wedding is a burden. Some are worth investing in. Some are priorities. You could hear breathing now. So I honored their lesson. I looked straight into the camera. I kept it humble. I kept it small. I kept it honest. The videographer knew. He zoomed in. And I made sure they weren't here. They saw the video 2 days later. It was sent by a cousin, shared by a friend, posted by someone I didn't even know. It went everywhere. I could picture them watching. My mother's hand over her mouth. My father frozen. They called. I didn't answer. They texted. I didn't respond. What could they say? That it wasn't fair? That I embarrassed them? That my sister needed more? They already said those things, just not out loud. I gave them volume. I'm not angry now. Anger is loud, messy. I feel something quieter, balanced. They taught me how to swallow disappointment, how to make do, how to survive without asking for more. I just used those lessons against them. They thought they raised someone easy to pressure. They were wrong. I didn't need their money. I needed their honesty. They couldn't afford that either, so I took it myself. And it tasted better than any honeymoon.